Pages turn, the story unfolds, the ink on the paper, a world I behold. Lost in the panels where heroes fly, comic books and brews, my alibi.
Hey, hi, how are ya? And welcome back to another episode of Comics and Brews. We have hit episode numero 10. Double digits. It's beautiful. Thank you to all 12 of you who listen to this. It gives us reason to keep going, all 12 of you. It's so wonderful. But, so I won't get into who we're doing because that's going to be just Abby's job. But I'm your host, TazAlGhul, and with me is the finest lady on all the land, just Abby.
Wow, thank you so much. So we will be I keep just saying that, driving. We're not driving anywhere. Oh my god, we're diving into the drunk history of another comic book character, of course. And we've been doing a lot of mainstream stuff lately, so we figured it's time to go back to some sort of indie comic.
Yep. And I totally failed the intro of this because I'm a dingus, but again, if you're just coming in at episode 10 and you didn't listen to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9, this is the drunk history of a comic book character every single week. And yes, ma'am, today's episode is an indie character. I posted earlier today that we wanted to do that. We hadn't made up our minds until about 4 or 5 hours ago.
Is that a yawn?
It was a deep breath. It was a very deep breath. I felt like that sentence winded the shit out of me. Oh, wow. But thank you, Logan, for recommending Invincible for the next episode. So we gonna do it. But anyways, I won't get into that. But so this is episode 10. How are you?
So I was just gonna note, because this is what I was looking up, and now I see you had it in your notes.
Oh, and I didn't even tell us.
No, you didn't.
Mine,
Surprise, surprise. we're doing the Umbrella Academy character, number 5. And
number 5.
I thought it was cool, and I never knew this. I watched the Netflix series. I really liked that. I didn't realize it was based off of Gerard Way's comic, The Umbrella Academy, which, if you don't know who Gerard Way is, he is the front man of My Chemical Romance, who very in love with. So that was really cool to find out that he was, the creator of this, along with Gabriel Ba. We will be talking about number 5.
Number 5. All right, so I basically screwed up my whole part, and you just nailed it. So, oh, wow. But I'll just go with yours into mine.
Okay.
5 is an insane genius who's ridiculous, irritable, sadistic, insanely intelligent, as we just said. And, he's trapped in the body of a child. You'll see where that goes, because he's not a wee little child. He's an old-ass man. But, before we dive into this, we must tell you, as always, our beers of the episode. So, my beer of the episode is Raccoon Level Dexterity by Urban Family Brewing Co. It is a hazy IPA, right, Abby?
Yeah,
hazy IPA, cashmere and Equanaut hops. And it's a 6.5 banger. Where did you say the Urban Family was from?
Seattle.
Is it Seattle?
Yeah.
All right, Seattle. I had one earlier in the can, and it was slightly warm. Still good. But now that I have had one that was very cold outside the can, I'm going to have to bump up my rating from a 3.75 to a 4. It's gotten way better.
Yeah, I liked that. It was on sale, so I was, pumped about it. And, of course, I feel like we've had so many WeldWorks beers on here, but
Always.
They're just so good. And I saw this Brazilian limeade by them. That's a sour ale. It has lime and key lime puree, vanilla, marshmallows, and milk sugar.
Oh.
And it is so good. It's very light. I think I could drink this next to a pool or on the beach or something.
We're going to do that soon.
Not too sweet, because sometimes their sours are
candy.
The ones with milk sugar in them are pretty thick and sweet sometimes. But
one
this is
boy
perfect.
okay.
I could drink a few of these actually.
I know.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming we were gonna swap at the half, but I think we're gonna each have one of our own, aren't we?
Yeah, maybe.
I kind of figured that because I'm very excited to sip that one because I tried it earlier. But of course, another WeldWorks. I mean, we can't say no. If you have not had WeldWorks,
Oh man.
I honestly didn't know WeldWorks existed until I moved to Colorado. So I'm sure a lot of people don't know what they are.
Yeah.
But
they're
yeah.
great.
That's our glorious beers of the episode, and that will they shall get us silly Sally through this dive into Mambo number 5. And like I said earlier, we're gonna try to keep this one short since X23 in general was over 2 hours long. So let's go.
All right, and this takes us to the origin of number 5.
Oh, okay, sorry. Yeah. All right, now we're kicking it off. Whoops. Yeah, I'm gonna go to the background here. He's one of the what? He's one of the 43 children born simultaneously to women who weren't even pregnant to begin with. Yeah, a bunch of Mother Marys, going down up in this world.
Yeah, like I remember in the Netflix series, that was kind of cool how they, like, all over the world, just random ladies just popping out children within 2 seconds.
Yeah,
That's
like that
kinda cool.
scene in the pool. Where
Yeah,
that chick
that was
is like
wild.
hitting on that dude, and all of a sudden she goes
Yeah.
to swim, and next thing you know,
I want to
she's
see
having
the
a
actual
baby and-
comic books, like,
I know.
show that. But anyway,
Yeah, so yeah.
pretty crazy. I couldn't imagine that happening to me.
No.
I'd be pretty upset, I think, just
Imagine
because
having a baby in the next 5 minutes.
one day you're not pregnant, the next day you're just popping something out of your
Oh.
yeah. So it
Oh.
just sounds not fun. But if it's anything like the show, they literally weren't pregnant and then just gave birth in the next 10 minutes, just so we went over. Of those 43, only 7 were adopted by the eccentric billionaire Sir Reginald Hargreaves.
Reginald! That's a name I would name my dog.
And he formed the Umbrella Academy, and that's where Five's journey begins.
Yay, yay! Baby clubbing. From a young age, he was already a standout. He obviously was like a genius, and Hargreaves designated him as number 5 and trained him alongside his siblings to save the world. Just a super squad, the Avengers of this world. But unlike the others, 5 had a particularly unique ability: time travel. That's unreal. But because, if I had to pick any superpower, it would probably be that one. Like, flying's cool, but if I could time travel,
Dude.
just go back to the day before the lottery because I'm broke, and then skirt, pick them numbers.
There's a lot, there's
Yeah.
a lot that could
Well, let
be
me ask.
very useful for. But.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, I think that'd be fun to have that power. But like any curious kid, he couldn't resist testing it out, despite Hargreaves' warnings. So he actually jumps forward in time, expecting to explore the future. But instead, he finds himself in a post-apocalyptic wasteland. This was also just days before the Umbrella Academy had their first mission against the Eiffel Tower, which was the monument located in the city of Paris. What?
Obviously, yeah.
Well, obviously, yeah. Oh! Obviously. And then I guess it's secretly a spaceship designed and controlled by the zombie robot Gustave Eiffel. Interesting.
Yeah, see?
Huh.
There you go.
Well, one day the Eiffel Tower went berserk and started to kill people by throwing them off the top, forcing the Umbrella Academy to save the day. During the battle, which resulted in the death of Eiffel, the tower's launch sequence was triggered and it blasted off. Okay.
So you know
The Eiffel Tower crashed on the moon, which
yeah.
which might be why Space Boy was sent to the moon. But that's not his actual... He's number 1, right?
I think so, but I can't
think he's
remember
number
his
1.
other name. His actual
I
name.
can't remember either.
In the
I'm
comics,
just
they call him
judging this
Space
off.
Boy.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, back to number 5.
All right, I think Loki's trying to get in here.
One of the dogs
Goodness
is trying to see
gracious.
what's going on.
All right, yeah. So if you've seen the show, it was Loki. Sorry if you heard that door pounding. She really wanted to be involved in this episode. If you've seen the show, it sounds pretty familiar since it's like pretty spot on up to a certain point. But so I kind of like how it ties into all the comics, and they kind of just stuck to that. It's pretty neat. But could you imagine just 1 second you're trying to figure out your shit? I mean, kind of like the X-Men. They just all of a sudden get these powers, and this guy basically all of a sudden it's like, oh, I'm working in these powers, and I'm going to try it out for the first time, and see ya. I'm just the last person on Earth in a post-apocalyptic death scene. So yeah, I'd be hunting down every single leftover beer that was stuck in this land, because you're going to need it, because this man was stuck for 50 years in a desolate future, slowly going mad, all while trying to figure out how to get back home to his timeline.
I thought this part was funny in the show. He even formed a relationship with a mannequin that he named Dolores. Dolores is my great-grandmother's name. That was funny. Clearly, he lost it after 50 years going solo on Earth. And she was like his only, like, I would say friend, I guess lover, companion during that time. So, I mean, I'd go crazy too, probably.
50 years of that? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, that's a lot. So.
He's just madly in love with a mannequin.
Right?
Yeah, this is where we start to see him kind of lose his shit there. I mean, he's the smartest man. I mean, probably top 5 smartest man in the world. He just got these superpowers from a mom that wasn't even pregnant. And the most resourceful, but those 50 years just like, took him to the dark side, because he becomes a stone cold killer. And this will take us into his time where he's trapped in time, working for the shitty Temps, I don't even know how to say it, Aeternalis.
Sure,
Aeternalis.
this is going to be challenging.
Yeah, I'm so excited for you to say this word.
Well, in the show, I think it's called, like, the agency or something.
Yeah. Guess that's how it's called in the comic books.
But I guess, it has an official name. But just so you know who that is, the Temps Aeternalis?
Anal analysis? What?
Aeternalis? Anyway, I'm gonna say the agency, because that is too much for me.
I'm gonna say the anal analysis.
Well, it's a large organization dealing with and overseeing time travel and associated processes. But after 50 years, number 5 finally figures out the mistakes in his calculations. He forgot to subtract a 2 from a 1, which is, if you're like one of the smartest people, it doesn't, I don't know, it's kind of a stupid thing, but whatever.
What an idiot.
That little mistake cost him decades, but he eventually makes it back, or tries to.
Yeah, so that's when he gets scooped up by the Temps Aeternalis, the time-traveling organization. They saw his potential and made him an offer. Work for them as an assassin in exchange for a way back to his original timeline. Does he really think they're going to do that? He's this smart. He just replaced a 2 with a 1 or a 1 with a 2, whatever the shit. But now he's thinking they're just going to like, yeah, we got you, boy. We're going to take you back.
Yeah. So the Temps had their own plans. And they turned him into the perfect killing machine, which enhanced his reflexes, strength, and agility. And without his consent, they bonded his DNA with...
Loki.
Loki's really needy right now. I didn't know this happened, but without his consent, they bonded his DNA with some of history's most infamous assassins.
Yeah,
that's kind of cool.
That's where it gets a little different.
Yeah. Compared to the show.
Because, that would have been so cool.
Yeah.
Like, if they would have made him... Because he's already, like, sick because he's a time traveler in the show. But if they made him basically just, like, superhuman and just a crazy Liam Neeson assassin, holy shit, that'd be unreal.
Yeah.
But, basically that warped his entire everything. I mean, he's been custom made, you could say, by the Temps Aeternalis.
Oh my god, maybe that's why they call them the agency, or whatever they're called.
This is where you can tell that being so smart can be both a gift and a curse. That was hard to get out. Wow.
Let's not forget, during his time with the Temps, 5 gets into some pretty dark stuff. Oh my gosh. He gets into heavy narcotics, constant killing. He's for sure trying to numb himself, which makes sense because he's an assassin, you know?
Yep.
But he's trying to numb himself from the horrors, what he's become, because clearly, he's just killing people on the regular, and I feel like that would mess a person up.
Yep, straight up demon child / old man, because, again, old man getting to a tinier and tinier child body. That's weird. The darkness reaches its peak when he's ordered to assassinate John F. Kennedy in 1963, but when 5 discovers how the Temps tampered with his DNA, he turns on him because he's pissed. He had no idea they were just custom making that bod and probably a little bit of his brain. But he killed all the backup he had there to help him kill JFK, and he refused to carry out the hit. Bah, 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 bah. Night, night. Body count. 69 more.
Oh my god. So this is like a breaking point for Five, I'm gonna guess, because he realizes how he's been manipulated and kind of sets him on his own path to finally return to his own timeline. Or time, I should say. But obviously he's a very different person from when he was just a kid.
Yeah, he's seen some shit.
Yeah.
But fast forward to the 1980s, and Five finally makes it back to the Umbrella Academy. Thanks to all that time travel. He's back in his 13-year-old body, so he's a kid again. But, yeah, in his brain, he's basically 100 for the shit he's seen. He's just seen corpses on corpses and probably killed 500,000 people.
Do you think you'd be mad that you're back in a 13-year-old body? Or do you think you'd be, like, kind of happy about it?
I mean, probably pissed. All of a sudden you got a tiny horn again. You're, like, 4 feet tall.
Oh, my God.
You can't do anything
Yeah,
fun.
but you're, like, young again. But you have, like, the wisdom of a older person.
Yeah, I guess that's cool. You can live to basically be, like, you're 200.
Yeah.
Because you're back to 13 after you made it all the way to, like, 70.
Well, okay, so yeah, he's a kid on the outside, but inside he's an old man who's seen and done more than anyone else in the academy. And what's the first thing he does when he's back? He warns his siblings about the impending apocalypse. So that's really nice. And oh my gosh. I'm just having a moment over here. Anyway, yeah, there's an apocalypse. All his siblings probably are like, "What have you been doing?" Loki is really like cracking me up right
all
now.
up in our business right now.
I know. What's
Oh,
going on,
wow, Loki's feeling it too. Five's return is bittersweet. He first revealed himself to good old Pogo the
Aw.
Ape. I wanted to do the history of Pogo this episode, but there's like nothing on there, so like I need to read these comics and see if I can maybe get some Pogo stuff, because I would like to do him one day. But yeah, on the other hand, he's reunited with his family after so many years, so it's pretty awesome. Like, hadn't seen his brothers or anyone in ages. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that's after Reginald is already dead, so yeah, R.I.P. Or unless he went right back to the time. Nope, just kidding. They're all probably kids together. But yeah, he's racing against time to prevent the end of the world. And he's still feeling everything he felt. I mean, he literally just killed probably 15 people who were his backups. And he's just right back to his child timeline. So, yeah, nuts.
Yeah, I think that'd be a lot for anyone to handle.
But he's back with his family. Back to normal.
I guess, yeah. So Five's struggle with his identity, his past, and his family is what makes him such an awesome character. He's not just trying to save the world, he's trying to save himself, which is, that's like, it's kind of deep.
Yeah, that's the core of his story. He might be the most dangerous man alive, like Liam Neeson's, but he's also the most tragic because he's got the most brutal story. He was lost from his family forever, yada, yada, yada. He's got some issues. He's got
some issues.
Yeah, so it cost him everything, but he fights to protect his family and stop the apocalypse.
Yeah. Wow. Which I guess doesn't happen easily, which I think if I remember watching Netflix, that's the premise is all around stopping the apocalypse and how it's like so complex and but yeah, there's a lot of betrayal, there's more time travel, and of course, more attempts on his life. It's nonstop chaos for Five, but somehow he always finds a way to keep going.
Yep, that's what makes him tick. It's crazy. He just likes that shit deep inside. Even though he's nuts.
Yeah. Well, I feel like he definitely takes on the role because he is like an old man on the inside, but like he like comes across as a kid, obviously.
Automatic leader.
But I think being like older and like just going through all that experience, he probably feels more responsible for just trying to take charge of this whole thing because his brothers and sisters are probably just like, I don't even have... Dude, Loki is... So Loki's also gonna be on this episode,
Yeah,
everybody.
clearly,
If you hear
Loki.
all the groans
You want to get up
and the
on this
squeaks
mic,
in the
girl?
back,
Sheesh. Just
she's staring at us. I don't know what's going on.
Sorry.
But anyway, yeah, he definitely is a person that likes to be in control of things too, for sure. I'm guessing because he was manipulated for so long.
Yeah,
so
I kind of want control of my life then too.
yeah,
But,
so he wants to take back control of his life. I would say.
Which is why his story's kind of the craziest of them all. I mean, the other characters sound crazy too, but his is pretty.
They all
gnarly.
have pretty.
Yeah, so that's why he's a fan favorite. I'm guessing he's a fan favorite. I mean, he kind of would be mine.
I think he's one of the bigger
I feel
characters.
like I need to actually read it all, and then maybe I'll realize. But yeah, I thought he was annoying as shit in the show. His little, just tiny child teenage bod like rattled me. I don't know why. But
I don't know how over the span of 5 years at least. I don't know, like the Netflix series. Like, how does he still look like a child?
The new episodes too.
Yeah, I mean,
I've only seen
maybe
up to
he's
season
changed
1.
a little. I don't know. I gotta see, but it's impressive that he still looks like a young guy.
Dang, I'd say I.
But
yeah, he's been
maybe.
through all and back, and he's still fighting. Still keep on keeping on, and in the show too, apparently. So
yeah,
good for him.
yeah, yeah. Now I want to actually read the comic because I liked the show, but I feel like the comic would be probably better.
Yeah, like I thought the show was okay. I still haven't finished season 1, so
I need
that's
to
an
watch
issue.
the new season.
But yeah, I have not read this comic either, and I don't know why. I don't know why.
Especially because freaking My Chemical Romance
I know.
guy wrote it.
Like, sheesh.
Let's go.
I know. I feel like I'd love it. Just, yeah. If the
Yeah.
boy wrote it, he's got some slapping beats. Wish I could just play that song to close out this episode, but YouTube will flag it real quick. Like, oh man. But yeah, I don't know what I've been waiting for. That's pretty much it. We got it short
Yeah,
to
that was
21
short and
minutes
sweet.
today. 21.
Very
I mean,
short
there's
and
not like a million issues of Umbrella Academy.
Yeah, how many?
I swear, like I looked it up, and there's only like 30-ish, I think. So I mean,
Gotcha.
yeah. So that's perfect. Nice
Nice.
short banger for you.
Yeah,
Cause yeah, this is probably the average time someone listens. 20 minutes.
probably.
What y'all feel?
Yeah, if you like beer, if you like comics, if you like listening to two idiots try to bring those two together, you should follow us on social media, Comics and Brews. Yeah, for any comic book and beer content.
Comic book and beer stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if you want to follow us on the IGs, it's comics_brews, and so is everything else. So, yeah, if you also subscribe to the channel, I'll shoot you some free stickers if you're in the U.S. Sorry if you're not. That shipping would be crazy. But, yeah, if you subscribe, just give me a holler on Instagram. Shoot us a DM, and I will fire them your way. And I think next episode we're going to be rocking Invincible. We'll see if I have enough time to write all that down, but that's the goal. So, thank you. Oh, yeah, oh, shit. That's episode 10. Cheers.
The story unfolds in ink on the paper, a world I behold. Lost in the panels where heroes fly. Comic books and brews, my alibi.